Wow. I've been meaning to do an energy update for January, but as you all know, it's just fast-tracked very, very quickly. So rather than getting into much into the mental aspect of what's transparent, because most of it is already being posted and being shared, and I'm sure if you're watching these videos because you already watch other channels and channelers and guides, and I'm sure you're well aware of the current astrological positions that pull and push play that's happening with Uranus and Tauro, and all the other planets entering now direct with Aquarius, really ushering you and all of us for big transformation. So of course, as I was describing today to a client, it's like we were giving a due date, and the due date is the 21st of January, and we're like, yeah, sure, we'll get there, and I'm doing my best, or it'll be fine. And then here it is. Here is the week of the 21st, and not only it feels to me as a pressure cooker where everything is being constrained, put into like the most incredible pressure. But if you think how anything that needs to transform and shape shift, move, dissolve, needs to go through a very strong amount of pressure. It's how it operates. That's how chemistry works, energy works. And hence why we call it compression breakthrough, because in the moment of most compression and resistance, there's a breakthrough, there's a release. A release. And today I feel the release. I really feel it really deeply, emotionally. Actually I felt it since the morning on Sunday morning. Yesterday, here is Monday here in New Zealand. So on Monday, yesterday, I really felt it in the morning. The energy really rising. I felt very kind of disoriented, as if I was in a boat constantly. Nauseous. Before Sunday, actually, I also start feeling this reboot, and an upset, a feeling of upset in the stomach. And yes, there is a physical aspect of it, probably something I ate, but also there was an energetic part of it, which was because it didn't go away. It kind of went, the physical aspect went, but the energetics of it kept moving through. And even today, I felt at times nauseous. I felt at times upset in my stomach, like I'm not digesting something. What is it that I'm not digesting? What is it that I am resisting? And a feeling of overwhelming emotion came through. And for a moment, I was resisting it so much. It was like, no, this is not me. This is the collective. It's very interesting how easily we push it away. We push it away, thinking, rationalizing, and thinking it has nothing to do with me. And yet everything has to do with me. Everything has to do with you, right? Because it's all a mirror. It's all fractals. So at a very deep level, everything that you're seeing and experiencing, it's a reflection of you. It's a reflection of what you need to work with. So for me today, I was really feeling that pressure point, and the emotions were coming, and I was resisting and pushing away until that moment I just finished work, and I was just crying in my car, crying as I came home, crying while I was taking the son, and just allowing it. And then I kind of kept my cool and back into shape, back into writing what was going on, tapping into the collective, feeling the energies of everybody, feeling all these energy codes coming in, clearing, purging, processing. People around me, people that have contacted me as well, telling me how I feel, and some of the people in real trouble, real mental issues, and the moment feeling deep anxiety and despair. And so all I gotta say is hang in there, in the sense of, actually no, don't hang in there. Don't hang in there. Don't hang anything. Don't put it aside. Actually allow it. Allow it. Allow it to move through you the best way you can. And maybe not try to rationalize it or find a why. Just feel it. Feel it, because we are all in this wave together, and things are moving really quickly. World events are shifting. We are all transmuting and transforming and transcending and ascending. This is the compression point, the heat point, the boiling point, where we turn from a stone, from that sense of how we've been holding ourselves very close, very contained, very safe, to breaking through the stone and the rock, melting it through or washing it through, so the diamond comes out, the crystalline comes out, the liquid, the water, the flow comes out. So the path of the the path of the least resistance is recommended here. And I'm with you on this one. And I will suggest doing things that ground or calm you in the best way possible, because the imprint or the feel of this energy as well is very electric, very charged. So nervous system is taking a lot. And of course our adrenals either fight, flight, or freeze. So we want none of them, not the fighting, nor the flighting, not the freezing. We want to flow, allow it to move through. And of course I work with breath. So if you have breath techniques, and if you want to learn a little bit, one of the good techniques for cooling your nervous system is inhaling, like if you are pulling air through a straw really quickly, holding it for a few seconds and then releasing it through the nostrils, and then again. And you can do this for a good minute. You're gonna feel a bit spaced out at the start, that's okay. It's a really good breath for cooling. Also, you can just do long and deep breathing, counting till starting to 4 inhales, 4 exhales with a slight pause, and then increase to 6 inhales, 6 exhales, up to 8 inhales, 8 exhales as you count slowly, to really start landing more in the body and calming down the parasympathetic nervous system as well. So those techniques are great if you're into water, if you're a water being, a bath, a salt bath, ocean swim. I went after work to just also, after crying and putting my feet in the sand, taking some sunshine, really kind of grounding for me. That really helps. Maybe you're into going into a forest or lying down and allowing whatever transpires. But if you need a good cry it out. You're not going to drown. You're going to come out of it. Reach out if you need to reach out for people that need to hear. Sometimes we just need to release it. We need to just someone to be on the other side while we cry, and that also helps. It always does. And be strong. And if some of you are okay and feel really strong in your energetics and in your emotions, beam your light stronger for those of us who are struggling today. And so that's all the message that I want to say. And if you can keep with your diamond shining heart and yourself, your template, we are diamonds, beaming out, be your self, beaming yourself, constantly anchoring deep into the planet, from your heart, and then up into the solar logos, our father's sun, and creating this ongoing pillar of fluidity, and then opening our arms and expanding that diamond outwards. So you're creating this beautiful cross, and the edges create this diamond, which is our template, our beautiful crystalline Christed self template. And from there, you can allow any sacred geometry that comes through. Some of us work with the Merkaba, or the Star of David. Some of us work with the 10-star pointed star, or the 5-star, or the 8-point star, Ishtar, the sacred feminine, the goddess energy. Maybe you work with swirls of energy around, moving it through. So play with that, play with the colors. The violet flame, obviously, for transmutation, the white fire of Anne for really clearing up old stories and timelines and imprints or implants or programs that are not yours, that you acquired as we stepped into this planet. If you want to work with obsidian is very, very powerful because it really absorbs really quickly. Or any kind of mold of it, any kind of stone that is volcanic in nature or from the heavens, from an asteroid. It really absorbs any emotional trauma as well. So working with that, placing it with whatever your guidance is. And today I'm working it with my solar plexus, so I'm really putting it there so I can digest whatever it is that is coming up for me today. So if you need to reach out, please know you can always send me an email or a message. Let's really go through this due date for humanity, and once we release what we need to release, the next step is to stand in neutrality, beaming that light and allowing that the highest outcome from everyone, for entire humanity, with no attachment to any results, just truly trusting that whatever is happening, whatever is transpiring, it is what is needed. There is nothing we can control at this point in time. There's nothing we can do except beaming our light, and that is the greatest thing we can do. Yeah, so I love you and I leave you. Have a good evening.